Since this morning, I've been yawning. Situations got me falling down. What should I do? The day's full of questions. There's no answers or suggestions. So, who do I turn to? You can call on Jennie B. You can say just what you mean. It's so nice. It's so nice. You can call on Jennie B. You can talk about anything in this life. The fabric of life. You can call on Jennie B. You can say just what you mean. It's so nice. It's so nice. You can call on Jennie B. You can talk about anything in this life. The fabric of life. What's the latest on the caucus? Who's running for top office and why? Tell me why. Raising taxes on the masses. Who is doing it the fastest? Who lied? Tell me who lied. There's so much on my mind. It just makes me want to vent sometimes. It's so much going on. I just hope you hear this song and you do what's right. It's just not about black and white, no, no, but it's about the human rights. Yes, it is. It's just not about you and me. Can it be? But it's about who we can call. Let's call Jennie B. Call on Jennie B. You can say what's what you mean. It's so nice. Yeah. It's so nice. Yeah. You can call on Jennie B. You can talk about anything in this life. The fabric of life. You can call on Jennie B. I'ma call you can say just what you mean. It's so nice. Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah. Here I go. Call Jennie B. Here I go. Talk about Jennie B. It's this life. It's the fabric of life. The fabric of life. The fabric of life.
Good evening, and good evening. I am your host, Miss Jennie B, with my co-host, Miss Cameron K. You have just tuned in to another episode of The Fabric of Life. We have Mr. Boog in the studio tonight on the ones and twos. Greatly appreciate him. Cam, are you there?
Hey, how you doing?
Cam, are you there?
You may not be able. Your camera just froze.
I don't know if she can hear me.
Is it frozen
Okay.
now? What is going on?
Cameron?
Hey, everybody. I don't know what's going on with this phone. It's talking
She can't hear.
all by itself. It's like weird.
Cameron, we can't hear you. She didn't play with that sound again. She probably on Facebook Live, and I told her don't do that because it's messing with the sound. Get the heck off of Facebook Live. Cam, we cannot hear you because you over there playing on Facebook Live.
I'm not on anything.
Okay, let me text her, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. This, you know.
I'm not on anything.
I'm sorry. Anyway, all right. Tonight, we are still in Women's Month, and we are still. Is she saying something now?
I said I'm not on. I'm not on.
Yeah, you could. What were you doing? Were you on Facebook Live?
No, my phone had froze.
Your phone froze because I was calling you, and I'm saying, Cam, are you there? Caller, are you there?
Ask here, everybody.
All right, y'all. There she is, my co-host, Miss Cameron K. Yes, I appreciate her thoroughly. She is hailing all the way from Ohio tonight. You know, that's what stars do. You know, they still get their work done while they working, okay?
Right. We international.
That's right. So we are still in Women's Month, and our topic for this month is recognizing exemplary and extraordinary women of our time, with the subtopic of the strong Black woman. And I wanted to focus on just women who are right here with us each and every day. Excuse me. each and every day, doing great things in the community for others, sharing of themselves, their time, their gifts, their talents, and just highlight the things that they're doing and just to say thank you and, and encourage them, keep going, don't give up, don't stop, keep moving forward in the direction that God is taking you. So let's do a little summary real quick because we are awaiting our guest arrival. She will be here momentarily. And last week we had Miss Ari Lane. And we focused on racial and economic justice. Y'all, if you did not catch the video that she produced, wrote, and directed.
And starring.
Yes, I wasn't finished. And starting because she's also an actress. She's an actress, a writer. She's a poet. Like she spit live poetry just about the alphabet, y'all. Like it was fire. So y'all got to go back and watch last week's show. And to watch the previous episodes, all you got to do is go to my Jennie B Facebook page, or you can go to the Podcastic, which is our network page, or you can go to our website, which is www.simplypodcastic.com. I need y'all to check out her saying the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Just, it was so motivational. It was so like uplifting. In a different way to encourage us. And it wasn't just encouragement for women. It was encouragement for anybody. So that's men and women. So that's what our focus. Go ahead.
And honey, I was going to say, she taught you not just the alphabet, but some big words.
She did.
Like,
think like, oh,
say,
and then.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? That's a good idea. Boog just said, let's show the video again. Okay, I see you, girl, in your blue.
Right.
Look at you in your blue.
Mr. Engineer.
Yes. So we're going to play this video real quick. Our guest has made her arrival. She's going to get situated. We're going to get her situated. But go ahead and replay our video from last week with Miss Ari Lane. So y'all can catch this social justice video. No, I'm in here making a mess.
Seriously, in all seriousness, you be safe. You make sure you come home.
We're not kids no more. I'm coming home. I got you.
For real. With everything that's going on out here, what does mom always say? You do what you got to get home safe.
I got me. There's nothing out here that's gonna stop me from coming home. Not the police, not no riots, nothing. I got me. I got you. All right?
All right.
In the meantime, you have a good day.
You too.
I love you, sis.
I love you too. Be safe.
I got you.
For real.
I got you.
I pledge allegiance to my blacks of the divided states of America, and to the melanin for which it stands, one nation, filled with gods, where liberation is justice for all. My pledge ain't to no flag. It be to my blackness to the roots, and they go way back. We be our ancestors' new growth. Here to make your cone snap. We be 4C resilient. Don't let this shrinkage fool you. This black just be an example of the bounce back. See, we be building in our communities, just trying to stay close to our roots. See, we know what happens when we stray too far. And stop telling us to relax. We ain't trying to relax. Yo, relaxer, I mean, your relaxation ain't ever been comfortable for us. In fact, it just damages us. In fact, you're more like a hot comb to us. You say, just conform to us. Now, ain't you pretty? Here, do a flip with me. You often feel like spritz to me the way you always expect us to freeze. Down, on our knees, and got the nerve to wonder why we decided to recoil. Oh yeah, this kickback is about to get real kinky, so please don't excuse me while I pledge my allegiance to all this black excellency. See, we be revolutionary, resilient, the epitome of clap back, fuck you, if you ain't with us, yeah. We said that, and we don't want no more parts in none of your magic acts, because every time you make one of us disappear, we never come back. But we got our own magic too, and it comes from our ancestors. It looks like locked arms, like we shall not be moved. Looks like damn, you're still here. Looks like hell, yeah. Looks like our ancestors reincarnated on steroids. Looks like who the fuck you calling boy? Boy, looks like if we can't breathe, then neither can you. A little less Martin, a little more Malcolm. Looks like this revolution will be televised. Looks like you can no longer hide behind your lies. Looks like we don't want your lies. So nah, we ain't gonna relax shit. Your relaxation ain't ever been comfort for us. Your one nation under God ain't ever included us. Your liberty ain't ever been free for us. Your justice always seems to only justify you, but never seems to see us, hear us, feel us. So when you see these black fists thrust, know that we are saying beyond a shadow of a doubt, fuck your pledge of allegiance. We be for us, bout us, and in us we trust. So, I pledge allegiance to my blacks of the divided states of America, and to the melanin for which it stands, one nation filled with gods, where liberation is justice for all.
Lane, another round of applause. I had to replay that video, y'all, because last week our focus was racial justice, racial and economic justice, and her video definitely spoke to both of those things. So I have my illustrious guest who has made her arrival. Yes.
Yay!
And I'm going to say it like that. I always say it like that. The Deborah Lane Spencer. Yes. Let's give her a round of applause now. I'm like, she's do so much, y'all. I'm going to give a short bio. Okay. Just a short bio, but she can expound upon it because she's still building her empire.
Oh, my empire. I like that.
Yes. So she is a writer, a director, an actress, a music producer, and a film producer. Anything that Deb touches her hand, she's also the connector of life. She is also a minister now. She just got ordained.
Yes. I know.
Yes. And I was there to witness that joyous occasion as a blessing. And so excited for the direction that she's going in and where God is taking her. And I'm just honored to be a part of that journey. And anybody that knows Deb, y'all know she gonna bring the pain, she gonna bring the fire, she gonna bring the everything within her. She's bringing it. Don't step to her if you're not serious, y'all. I'm not playing. Don't call her. Don't text her. If you're not serious about what you're doing, she don't got time for no games. Okay, she don't got time to be wasting her time. And she helps so many people. She gives of not just of her finances, but her time, her energy, everything within her fiber. She's always pouring out. And so this is her time. This is her season, and it's time for her to receive. And I'm so excited, that she's on that receiving end. And as a giver, sometimes it's hard to receive. But I told her, girl, take it with the bullhorns and take the reins and just receive that and ride that thing. Like, just ride that thing on down. Just ride. He's on down the road. Okay. But walk Welcome, B-double-A Spencer.
That is an intro. I mean, this is like you gotta.
And I just made that up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You're so silly.
I'm gonna take you on the road with me.
I will. All right, so
It's gonna be simple stuff like we can't.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
Cam?
yes.
I was gonna say.
Oh my.
Go ahead, Cam. You done froze again.
Anything is.
Okay, there you go. Your sound, Cam. We can't hear you.
I can. My sound is up.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking. Now, what you was gonna say?
I said the thing I love amongst all of those things. The thing that I love the most about her is her beautiful, calm, and humble spirit. So she is a comet. She's still a beautiful flower.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you both. No, seriously, I really do appreciate it. Sometimes it's hard to receive your flowers in front of someone, you know what I'm saying? But humbly, I accept. It's a lot. It's a lot, but God is good.
And you have people that are upholding your arms when it's a lot like that, and we got your back. So when you feel like you about to, we got you. All right. So our topic tonight and for this month, this is still Women's Month.
Yeah.
And this is, let's give it to the ladies. All right. Okay. Obama he wouldn't make it without Michelle.
Listen.
Okay. And so has every other president. Bill, all of them. They don't make it without us. Just handle us right. All right. Topic. Recognizing exemplary and extraordinary women of our time. Subtopic, the strong black woman. I always start out with a quote. So ladies, I want to, Cam, Deb, I want to get your responses to our opening quote. So the opening quote tonight is, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are and what you can rise from and how you can still come out of it. And that quote is from Maya Angelou. So if y'all need me to repeat it, because I know you got to think about it, to digress it and respond. So it says, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are and what you can rise from and how you can still come out of it.
That's good.
Deb, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. It's funny. I was talking to my baby sister, Omega, on the porch yesterday, right? And I said to her, I remember a time where I was crying. It was 2017. I was praying and I was just like, man, I'm a flower and I need to be handled with care, right? And I said, I don't need weeds around me. I think I remember talking to you. 2017. Yeah. I was like, I don't need weeds around me. I just want the sun and the water because this is my growing period. But God quickly spoke to me and said, not only do you need the weeds, but you need the dirt. It needs to be broken. Like a seed goes into the ground and it's broken.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And all of those necessary factors that we don't want to deal with, the defeat, the struggle, the haters, the, disappointments, etc. It's all necessary. But at a point in my life, I'm like, why? You say, I'm a good person. Why does that, type of thing. Right. Or I had good intentions or my heart was pure or you told me to do this, God. Right. But it's necessary. And so that quote really defines what I was talking to my baby sister about, was something that I had to realize, that I have to embrace the dirt, embrace the breaking, embrace the defeat, embrace, the weeds so that I can rise.
The weeds, the water, the sun.
Yeah, all of it. And all I wanted at the time was just the sun and the water.
Girl,
and that's what we all want.
We all want to be on that beach in Florida.
Listen.
We don't want to look at no snow or anything. We just want everything to be, because we live in a world where everything is just so instant.
Yeah.
So, you look at social media and the different things. You can be anything that you want to be. You can say, and you always can look like the flower when you could be the weed.
Listen. That's good.
You said you can look like the flower when you could be the weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's major.
That's good.
I was telling her about a song that I heard all my life. I can see clearly now. The rain is
The rain
gone.
is gone.
And I kept saying, why? And I had the words wrong. I always said I can move all the obstacles out of my way. But what the song says is I can see all the obstacles in my way. And so I was discussing this with someone, and they told me, they said, think about it that you can see the obstacles. If you go into a bathroom at night and there's Legos all over the floor, what's going to happen? Ooh, baby, when you
Fall.
step down,
Listen,
It's gonna hurt.
your foot gonna be toe up. You're gonna die because if you step on a Lego, everybody know that hurt.
that's that underarm pain that start itching.
That's that pain. Like
But if you can
you
turn,
fools about
but if
underarm
you
pain.
turn that light on, if you turn that light switch on, and you can see the obstacles, then that's the way that God does. He'll turn that light switch on so you'll know how to maneuver.
How to navigate, that's
To go to
good.
the right, to the left. You know, when you get to this one, you got to jump up.
Yeah.
So when I heard that song and it was explained to me like that, I was like, wow, Lord, I thank you that you show me my obstacles. He says he'll never leave you or forsake you. He's always with you. When the obstacles do come, like you were saying, I'm a flower. Handle me with care. I don't want to be doing this, but we have to have the sunshine,
It's
the
necessary.
rain, the clear waters, the muddy waters, all of it. But when
Oh
you
yeah.
come out, you shine bright like a diamond. So you come, girl,
It's
shine
funny
bright
you
like a
said
diamond.
that. I was
What
just
is
listening to
that?
that song the other day, "Shine Bright Like a Diamond," but I really never listened to the words.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And
Good.
I was watching the American Idol auditions, and there was a gentleman who was singing that. I was like, oh my God, like that song is really a good song, because when you first hear it, you just think about the beat. But the words to that give so much life. So this quote for me, it brings to mind so many obstacles, challenges, and things that I've experienced where I thought I was defeated. Because in the middle of it, it absolutely feels like defeat. You go through this cycle and this process in your mind and in your spirit, and I'm guilty of this. You even say, well, I should have did this, or I should have did that. Well, maybe I could have done this, and maybe I could have done that. Or what did I do to bring this on myself? How could I have prevented this?
Yeah.
And sometimes we can, but there are times where you can't. Some things are just a part of the process. One
Process.
of the things God's been teaching me is to trust the process. Trust where I have you, where you've been, and where I'm taking you.
Yeah.
Because the end part of this quote, it says, and how you can still come out of it.
Come on.
So what are you going to tell yourself? What are you thinking about in your mind? The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart. And it's just not talking about men in general. That's all of us, men, women, child, boy, girl. As a person, I'm going to say it like that. Now, I put that in. It ain't in the word, y'all. It don't, person ain't in the Bible. Don't be quoting me talking about, well, anyway, she said person.
I don't see it.
No. As a person thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I encourage you, and I challenge you on a day. What's in your heart? So many times, like Cameron just said, you think you a flower, but you may actually be the weed.
That's good.
I like that, but hey, I'm gonna take a little further. You might actually be the dirt.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible also talks about breaking up that fallow ground.
Yeah.
And when you are tilling, see, my grandparents used to have a garden. So I used to be back in the backyard, tilling with him, getting things prepared for the season. And like Deb said, when you put the seed in the ground, it's just a little itty bitty seed. But by the time those items grew, we had tomatoes, we had cucumbers, we had beans,
But
we had.
you said a very key component. You had to prepare the ground for the seed.
That's right.
And while you were preparing that ground for the seed, what do you do to prepare the ground? You take
You
that
put
food,
manure on
whatever
it.
you use.
Manure, doo. That's the part that I hated. So
More. So it's just
Ooh.
you start shining out up in here.
yeah, go on and shine a na. Ain't it's all right on the fabric of life. We can shine a na if we want to every now and then. I firm believer in giving him the praise and the glory for all that he is due.
Man.
Prepare the dirt before you even get the seed. And
Yeah, you can't even put the seed in. Yes, that was one of the things that I hated the most when we were tilling the ground, because it smelled like, and I ain't gonna say the S word, but it smelled like doo-doo, like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like when you See, my grandparents from the South, they used to eat chitlins. So, I didn't eat that because the pig doo-doo go through them veins, you know what I'm saying? And just the
and
thought
this word
of
is just being said.
doo-doo.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was
Like
just
doo-doo.
gonna say that word.
Doo-doo. So, yeah. But that's the manure.
Yeah.
And when you think about the grass, all of that is put on the fertilizer. And what that is to fertilize and prepare the ground before the seed can go in.
Yeah.
So God has to prepare us, and sometimes by the way of mess. I'm not going to say doo-doo. She's like, we're just using that word. Sometimes by the way of mess.
But mess is necessary. Dirt is necessary.
Yeah.
And honestly, I went through a stage in life where I was just like, why are people like this? But you're right, Cam. Sometimes I was the weed. You know what I'm saying? There's been many situations where I was the one that brought confusion or, you know what I'm saying, destruction.
Yes.
And wasn't walking in peace, So it's all necessary.
So here's the great thing about that. You admitted that.
Sure.
And said, I was the weed. I was the one who brought confusion and frustration to the situation.
Yeah.
So many times we do not want to admit that because like Cam said, we think we're the flower all the time, or we're, the one who has all the answers, and we're the one that, everybody can come to and run to. I want to ask you, Deb. So we're talking about the strong black woman. So let's get to our subtopic. Tell us, how has that statement, the strong black woman, affected you as a woman, a young woman? You have great wealth of sisters and examples of women that are in your life, and I'm sure you've seen it at different ages and different stages. So how has that statement affected you personally?
How has the strong black woman affected me personally? I feel like there's been good outcomes and there have been bad outcomes, right? So a good outcome, being a strong black woman, knowing who you are as a woman. My mother always made sure that we were resourceful, right? That we knew how to get it done. There's never, honestly, I don't really have issues where I'm like, I just don't know what to do. Right? I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. If I gotta eat something that's cheap for a couple of weeks until I have the money to get it done, that's fine. I'm not gonna call no man. I'm not gonna beg nobody. I'm not gonna go on the internet. Listen here, I'm not gonna go fund me. I'm going to figure it
And there are people who do that though, y'all. Like set up a GoFundMe account.
That right there is amazing to me.
What about getting the out the blue cash app?
Out the blue cash app. Come on,
Like-
God comes through.
Like really pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Don't just send me a cash app.
He comes through better than Cash App could ever.
He
could.
does.
He comes through better than MoneyGram ever could, honey. Because
Just really come through better than
he'll give you
MoneyGram.
more. He will give you so much more.
Yeah, yeah.
He owned it all.
Yeah, and so the good part of being a strong black woman is being resourceful, understanding who you are, right? Now, here's the bad part about being a strong black woman that I was taught as a young girl. Someone told me that the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. We've talked about this before. The woman is the neck, and what controls the head, the neck, right? And as I got older and I really started to understand what submissive is to a man and to be humble and to say, not only do I want the black man, but I need the black man. And so learning how to be humble as a strong black woman, knowing when to put on the crown and knowing when to tilt it a little bit, like, okay, I can oblige to, you know what I'm saying? I can listen to what you're saying. I can understand what you're saying. I can submit to what you're saying instead of, boom, I'm always the queen. I'm the strongest one. I'm more independent. I have more than you. And being this ruler and this this strong black woman, sometimes you have to learn to kind of tilt your crown a bit. Like, just let me listen to what he's saying. That makes sense. I can do that. That makes sense, babe. I support you in that. Right? Instead of always having to be so strong and independent. Except like there's
two sides to it.
Yeah, it's two sides to the coin.
And I totally agree.
It's all about balance because.
But to the right man, not to every
Say
man.
that to the right man.
Listen.
What goes along with that is you can't submit. See, men, in case you're watching, a woman can't submit to any man. You have to be a man in order to be submitted to.
Amen.
Not a boy with man-like tendencies, or not a man in training, but you have to be a man and all the things
Yeah,
that come along with that.
I agree. You have to be a man. Yeah, let's give claps to
Yes.
that.
Now here's the upside of that to me.
Okay.
All men were not taught how to be a man.
No, that's sad.
So he
They
does,
weren't taught,
they
but
may
in
not, some
life
men
you have
don't
to
know
learn. You can't
how
always
to
blame it on
do
your
that,
father.
how to actually be a man. One of the things I always said, I cannot follow a parked car. And what I mean by that, because some people don't know what that is, you need to have some goals, have some vision.
Ambition.
Before Eve came on the scene, Adam had a job. He was walking in the cool of the day.
He was
He had a
preparing
relationship
stuff.
with God. He was preparing the ground. He was tilling it, getting it ready for her. And so if there's a man and you have a man in your life who does not know how to be a man, how do you handle that? How do you deal with that? Some women can't handle it or deal with it at all. And so the statement, the strong black woman, what are you strong in?
Yeah.
How do you have to be strong? And in what areas? Some women have had to be all things to their children.
Yeah.
One of the things I never allow people to tell me was that Happy Father's Day.
Oh, to tell you Happy
Yes,
Father's
tell
Yeah,
me
yeah,
Happy
yeah.
Father's Day.
Some women,
I would stop
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm not a man. I don't have the characteristics of a man. God did not make me a man.
Yeah.
I can never be a father, nor will I never be a man. So it's not my day. They have a father, even though he may not have been present as he should have been, but don't bring that to me. And I would always tell my children, no, call your dad. I always made sure that they were connected to him in some type of way.
That they acknowledged him.
And they, yes, and that, because that's important.
It is.
And our relationship with my children's father has transitioned and grew over time. It wasn't always cordial and pleasant the way it is now. Like, that's a story in itself. And I'm not going to go into detail. We could do that another day, or you can read the book later. But
The movie that I write.
Come on,
yeah.
book. Oh, movie.
But yeah, it's gonna come. Like, it's gonna come.
Oh, my.
God already told me. I just got to do it in His timing. But the flip side of that, some women, what I was going to say, have been forced to be strong in areas where
Sure.
they don't necessarily want to, because it's like, okay, I remember the days of eating grits for a week,
Yeah.
and didn't have anything to eat, or didn't eat at all, but my children ate.
Sure.
So it's like, okay, sacrifice. So the strong black woman, to me, represents an unprecedented, unconditional love. It represents sacrifice, because to me, love is sacrifice. It also represents pain, because we've had to endure
Yeah.
so much pain, just even from slavery days. We were the ones being raped. We were the ones, at that time, I called it the child, like, just popping out kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they needed more workers.
Babies raising
Yeah,
babies.
babies
Yeah.
raising babies, because they needed more workers for the field.
Yeah.
The strong black woman, also says to me, because there are times where, because we have that persona and we're always looked at as a strong black woman, for me personally, I know there were times in my life I didn't want to be strong.
Sure.
And I had to learn, like,
Sure.
Jennifer, it's okay to not be okay sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also had to be cognizant, and I'll just jack that word up, of who I was vulnerable with in that state.
Yeah.
And at that time, in those moments in my life where I didn't want to be strong, I didn't feel like being strong, because someone is always ready to prey on your downfall. Always ready and looking like, oh, see, I knew she wasn't all that.
Sure.
Oh, I knew. See, I knew. But like I said, I was listening to a song today by J Moss, and it says, I'ma do it. I'm gonna play that on another episode of Glory Glory, because I couldn't get my foot in. But that song essentially says, I'm gonna do it. No matter what you say, no matter what you think, no matter if you're praying on my downfall, I'm gonna get back up. I'm gonna rise up. No matter what you tried to do or what you thought you were going to do, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it was like, essentially, don't be defeated. Go
I
ahead.
love the fact that it always goes back to our Heavenly Father. How He always is going to pick us up. He going to dust us off. And He's going to uphold us. He going to walk in front of us, beside us, behind us. He going to carry us if He have to. And so, that being said, Deb, I just want to know, you have so many wonderful things going on in your life right now. You are a strong beautiful single lady right at the moment, but I know
Yes.
God is preparing your husband because
Oh yeah,
whoever he prepares,
Is he stuck in the
he
oven?
got
Is he
to do
stuck?
no,
something
God is tilling the
absolutely
ground.
magnificent.
He
Okay,
might be in. He not stuck, but he might be in the oven
Yeah.
because
he's not
he.
stuck. It's just that God is preparing him for
Yes,
Okay.
you,
he
just for
has
you.
to have the
And
capacity to handle and support and uphold and uplift and encourage and
he
endure
has to have
every
the
gift and talent
capacity
you
to
have.
handle your capacity.
Yes, yes, he does.
That's what he got to have.
Y'all need to look up that word capacity.
Yes.
That's a very,
a
very
word.
important word. I'm gonna break that down one day.
It's layers to capacity.
I might just read that.
I think you
Oh,
should.
yeah.
I really
I
think you
want to know
should.
one thing though, Dan.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Not on your journey. I know you're in Atlanta now. So how are you making the transition to being so far away from home, but close enough but far enough?
Yeah. So one thing I believe in, Auntie says the great connector, but I do believe in keeping my bridges close. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a reason I'm not just in Atlanta because of the talents that God has given, not only because of the talents that God has given me, but because of the opportunities that I have had in Detroit, you know? And so I try to keep those doors open. And then of course, family, like I make sure you know how people say you make time for the things that you have
Yes.
time for, right?
Yes.
I fight with that quote a lot because of our lives. We get really, really busy and sometimes you want to make time, but you don't have time. So I'll say, you make time for you will, what I say you make time for the things that you have time for, right? Like I have time to just pause. Sometimes I don't, like if I'm in a meeting, I don't have time. I want to make time, but I don't have time. Right. But it doesn't mean I don't want to make time.
Right.
And so I have to make myself make time is basically what I'm saying.
But,
So I start my morning off.
Go ahead.
Starting my morning off, you know, talking with my family, making sure that I'm still connected to specific actors and directors and keeping my bridges close and open. I didn't want to part ways like, I'm off to Atlanta. Take care of yourselves. Detroit is like, you're necessary. I need you for this next journey.
Yeah, but what I was thinking, one thing I do know about you is, what I was going to say is, it's not like you just threw us away. Forget Detroit, peace out.
Right.
Because you the D, you always the D, okay? You're always going to be connected to
Yes.
Detroit. But I just think it's, I think what I heard.
She froze.
You froze.
Okay. Well, while she comes back, she'll finish her statement.
Capacity.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yes,
now
we
you
can hear
have
you now.
froze.
Okay.
You said you think what you heard.
What I was saying is everything in life is about relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like we have to enjoy the moments. Like right now, the three of us are on here. We are getting to converse or whatever. We have to enjoy these moments together.
Yeah.
Even though it's only going to be an hour and I may not talk to you, every time that I connect with whomever I connect with, I make sure that I'm present and that I am enjoying that moment. I make sure that I have that human connection with them. I make sure that I uplift, that I love them, that I am warm, and I try to make people feel welcome and treat people the way that I would want them to treat me.
Yeah.
Perfection, I am not, but I think that's one of the beautiful things about you is when you are around people, they feel connected to you because you are open and warm. And because I've worked with you, a couple of times, and it's like I always have felt connected to you, even though I may not know, you from the first grade, but you always have made me feel, warm and connected.
Yeah.
Just like that Jennifer thing over there.
You was a hot
amazing.
mess.
You know what's interesting, Cam? While in Atlanta, my roommates were talking and they said, how is it that every day you get up and you're the same person? And I said, at 8 years old, I knew that I was always passing through. We're all passing through. This is not our final destination. And so my father was a preacher and he was a pastor and he would always preach at eulogies what are you going to do with your dash? What have you done with your dash? So he wouldn't concentrate. He would celebrate the person who's passed, and then he would concentrate on the living.
Right, right.
And say, what are you going to do with your dash? So I knew this since I was a kid.
Right.
So I always knew my dash is necessary for my destination. It's me passing.
Girl, you better say that. My dash is necessary for my destination.
It's my destination. I'm passing through. And I feel like it's necessary to treat people. I'm just a spirit meeting another spirit. Yep. And if we have friction, it's not the person. It's just the spirit in that person. And so to write people off or to hold grudges, I just never been that person.
Talk about it.
Right?
Keep going.
Now, so that's the first part. I always knew this. I'm just passing through. The second part is, and this is, I just walked into this piece. I talked to grandma a couple of months ago. I said, Grandma, I think I figured it out. I said, I wake up, and just like you, Cam, when you saying living in the moment, I wake up and I live in the moment.
Yes.
I'm not thinking about the past because that can be depressing.
Yeah.
Not thinking about the future because that can be, and you can get in, have that anxiety. Yeah. You have that over anxiety. You're just thinking.
God tells us don't worry about the future.
I'm just in the moment. I'm just here. And that's how I wake up every single day. This is like a new revelation for me. I know there are people who are like, girl, that's old. That's why I don't have no gray hair or whatever. But for me, I'm like, I wake up and it's just like, what do you have for me to do today?
That's good. Y'all hear that? Wake up in the moment. What do you have for you to do today? If you want to call, because this discussion has been so good, call 248-854-9850 because we just talking, okay?
Girl,
but it's good talk.
I'm talking to my sisters.
Exactly. I love that. The dash is just the pass through to your destination.
Yeah.
Now, I was just talking about capacity, right? So, I was going to look it up. My phone died, y'all. So anybody that was on my personal page, I'm sorry. I didn't bring my charger in there. So you can go to the Podcastic page, Simply Podcastic, and you can continue to watch the show. But yeah, if you want to call in, talk to Deb, ask her any questions, please do that. 248-854-9850. So here's a definition to capacity. And then I broke this down in a couple of different ways. The ability to hold or contain people or things. The largest amount or number that can be held or contained. The ability to do something. A mental, emotional, or physical ability. And that was just straight from the Webster's. So then it says, why is capacity so important? Capacity management enables you to manage demand according to business priorities so you can make sure that certain critical processes always have enough capacity to run effectively. Good capacity management also provides businesses with the ability to make more informed decisions about which software you invest in. But I took that as this was talking about business, but it's the same applicable to your life. It's the same applicable to relationships. So when you have the capacity, God enables you the ability to manage the demands. Yeah. So that's what I said when I said he might be in the oven, but God is currently tilling him, enabling him to handle the demands of all of who you are, all that you encompass, because he's not going to be jealous when you on the stage getting that Emmy.
Come on.
He's not going to be jealous when you're getting a Tony or whatever God has already put in your pathway. He's going to sincerely, authentically
He's going to be your peace.
Supportive. He's going to be your peace. He's going to be your
my goodness
your foundation.
Because I know for me, it's, because I'm just about 2 seconds older than you.
Just about 2 seconds.
But,
just two.
It'll be like he'll know you. And never in my life thought that I would ever meet somebody who he'll feel like home. But just preparing him for you, he's preparing you for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be, he's preparing you for him. So it's just like two like you. Two becoming one. It's like my hands, and when you meet, it's like it's just you're just gonna know, and it's not gonna be hard. You're not going to have to think that hard.
That's beautiful.
The other piece to this that I looked up was the difference between ability as opposed to capacity. So it says ability equals actual skill, either mental or physical. Capacity equals potential to develop a skill, usually mental,
Okay.
as opposed to acquired. So your ability is like simply what it's saying is the skills, the talents, the gifts is, because a lot of us have the ability.
Yeah.
You can have the ability to do anything, but the capacity means what can you hold? And what can you withhold? Because to have true capacity, you got to be able to withhold something back, which the Bible talks about self-control. The Bible talks about meekness. The Bible talks about temperance. These are the fruit of the spirit, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Bible talks about gentleness. The Bible talks about love.
Patience.
The Bible says patience. With loving kindness have I drawn thee. That's the scripture. I don't know where it's found. My grandma was good at the numbers, though. I ain't that good, but I know the words. So ability versus capacity, those are two different things. Someone can have the ability,
But not the capacity.
Not the capacity.
Wow.
And one thing I always say, intentionality is different from reality. Because we can have the intention to do so many things, but what is the reality? What are you actually doing?
Oh my, that is
I just think that in
amazing.
life, people just have to. I think
Write this down myself.
like we just have to pray that God reveals to us people's true selves.
Yes.
Because sometimes when we meet people, we meet their representative. They show us everything that's beautiful about them, but not the ugly part about them.
Sure.
And so the thing that it's just like, but I just think that everybody wants to be like, oh, why don't you, especially for me, they're like, why don't you get married? And I know people say this to you today because you're like so awesome, but sometimes God is protecting you. He puts you in a protective bubble, and He hides you because we are all His treasure. All three of us, we're His treasure, and at the appointed time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the main thing for me. I don't want to rush anything. I mean, it's been a long time, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time,
But it's coming.
But I don't want to rush anything. Listen,
It's coming.
I froze again. Did I freeze again?
No, we can hear you. No, you're fine, honey.
I froze on my end. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
He'll hide you for the appointed time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, because we're getting ready to wrap up in about 3 minutes, Deb, tell us what you're doing. Tell us, where can people find you?
Sure.
What are your social media handles? I know you have a couple of premieres coming up. So share with our listeners, where can they find you? What's going on? If they want to hire you, how can they, because she is for hire. Okay. How can they
for hire? Spencer for hire for sure.
Yes.
So you can find me on Instagram at Deborah's Lane, DEBORAHS Lane, LANE. Facebook is my full name, Deborah Lane Spencer. That's it. I don't have a Twitter. I used to, but I don't have time.
I don't have a Twitter either.
So share with what you have coming up.
What I have coming up. So
what projects you're in. So if you guys missed any of them, where you can find them.
Yeah. So I have a few projects on Amazon and on Tubi. We have Birthday Behavior. McGraw Ave is going crazy. There's I Vow out there. You seen that? You saw that? Okay. I Vow.
I did. I loved it.
Yeah. I Vow's doing good. Child Support's amazing. And a Sentimental Mood is coming back. We just had a production meeting on my way here. It's so good. It's
I seen a clip.
Yeah,
earlier today when you were talking about the jazz. I was like,
oh man! And the distribution company, they were like, "This is like the next level for Love Jones," and so I was excited to hear that. And
that's what's up.
And so that was really dope to hear. So, and a Sentimental Mood is coming. I have a premiere April 17th, which will also be my birthday party. So if you want to come and celebrate with me. Yeah.
And come 17th. With your green.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I mean dollars. I mean dollars. Not the color green. You can wear it, but come with your green.
Right. I'm trying to figure out what color am I wearing on the red carpet. Oh, girl, we gonna get you together. What you say?
What you say, Dad? What you say, Cam?
I said, and at that time, she will reveal her cash app if you're only in close proximity.
Oh, she can take pre-cash app. She can take pre-cash out.
When you come to the premiere, but she's not just gonna put it out here.
No, I'm not gonna put it out there.
I'm a fake. Hey, put it out there. She get money ahead.
She's our agent, right?
They got that stimmies. You better get that. They got those stimmies.
Get them pre-birthday
People
dollars.
already hitting people up with sob stories like, oh, you got a semi-sob. It's a semi-sob story. It's a semi-sob.
Okay. That's why I said she can get that pre-birthday love.
Oh my gosh.
Before they use it.
Right, before
it's all gone.
So April 17th will be at, I believe it's, oh goodness, I don't even know what theater we're at. Oh, I'll come back with that information.
Yeah, we'll share that later.
Yeah, but April 17th.
Was it Imagine?
Husband, and this movie was a roller coaster. It is softly based on a true story. And I auditioned, and a couple of other women auditioned. And so to have been picked and selected to play her story, to do this story was very, very heavy, very, very deep. When I read the script, I just cried. And I think that's going to help a lot of relationships and women like me, Cam, all of us who are like, you know, hey, dear future husband, I'm waiting on you. I'm praying for you. I'm preparing for you, etc. It's one of those types of films. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
No, check her out, you guys. Tubi, Amazon, and that is our time. So I always love when my niece comes visit me.
I love you so much.
So, you know, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. You know, I'm always on the road journey with you.
Oh wait, the Detroit Choice Awards. Deborah Lane Spencer for your favorite actress.
You won?
They can still vote.
You can still vote.
Yeah.
Okay, Detroit Choice Awards.
Yes, Detroit Choice Awards.
It's actually on my Instagram. You can go to the link.
It's on her Instagram, you guys. She already gave her Instagram information. So go vote for your favorite actor. And yeah. Do that. So
what award show is that?
Well, you got my vote.
Detroit Choice Awards.
Detroit Choice Awards.
Nominated for Detroit's favorite actress.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So our engineer's putting that on the screen real quick so you guys can grab that, so you can get that information. And yes, please go vote for my niece, the Deborah Lane Spencer. And I am your host, Miss Jennie B, with my camera host, Miss Cameron K, hailing from Ohio tonight because she's on a venture right now.
Go, girl.
Work. She will be back in the studio next week, and we will be closing out our Women's History Month, recognizing exemplary and extraordinary women of our time. Today, our subtopic was the strong Black women. Thank you, each and every one of you, each and every time. Come back, same time, same place, every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, with yours truly, Miss Jennie B and Cameron K. Thank you, God bless, and good night.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Deb.
Love you.
Love you, too.
I love this song.
You produced it. And you know my favorite part is...
Period. Wait to hear this again.
Y'all need to move around. I still got you on the screen.
Oh, for real? Who can I turn to?
What is that, Miles?
The wipes.
This one?
The wipes.
This?
Yep.
You can't hear?
Because she listening to the thing.
Hey.
I told you she out there doing that.
Shut up, fool. Just because she got her titties out.
She changing wigs. Yeah, she out there hoeing. She out there hoeing.
No, she not. Miles is being stupid.
She in Ohio.
Shut up, Miles.
She did this.
Didn't she? And you did that. I'm going to just take your temperature real quick.
Woo!
All right, you good. You off screen now.
Huh?
No. You do. I just seen the trailer. Did you see it?
Hello. I just saw it. Hey, Mom, how are you?
I'm in Atlanta. That's how I am.
No, I'm in Detroit. Oh my gosh. How long are you gonna be there?
I'll be here till Friday.
I'm gonna get you.
You carrot.
What'd you think about it? What'd you think about it? It's cool.
I mean, do you want
She said, oh, like, oh, hell. Like, what you about to say?
Shit, right.
No, it's not bad.
you want to go there?
What?
Hey. Okay. You didn't tell me. I didn't even go get tacos first. Huh? You just said that. Did you say that you were okay, yeah.
Could you walk right now with my credit card and order her some food? Huh? Because she don't have it. She said she's hungry. And we got to feed her. We can't let nobody walk around hungry. Let me find my credit card.